Hello and good morning, YouTube. Thank you for tuning in to the Katie Talk 101 show. Go ahead and hit that like button when you come through the building. And thank you for your time. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. And shout out to all my subscribers. So, this young lady named Tessa, she has been tearing up TikTok and the whole internet due to an expose she did about her life and her husband, her ex-husband. And basically, it was just a whole breakdown story of 50 parts where she talked about the lies and also her delusion that she had about this man. And basically she ended up meeting him around the pandemic. It was around 2020. She ended up matching with him on Hinge. What's up with your bougie Barbie? And shout out to all the chat. You guys make sure you hit that thumbs up. So she ended up meeting him around the pandemic. So I'm not gonna bore you guys and make you sit through all these parts. I'm just gonna let the Breakfast Club break it down. Shout out to the Breakfast Club, and this is fair use, most definitely. I put this up off of TikTok, so you guys listen to the breakdown of Tessa's story, and I'm also gonna break down the fearfulness a lot of single women have about being single and alone, and they end up dealing with a lot of mess just like this. So take a listen to Jess with the mess over here on the Breakfast Club.
This is the story about her ex-husband being a pathological liar. She took the TikTok and she tells us how she met. They met him online. She met him online. They met on two different apps though, Facebook dating app and Hinge. And he had two different names on the profile. So she didn't realize that it was the same person in the beginning, but it was a running joke in their relationship because he actually did come clean about it to her. She didn't even notice that. So she already like, I don't like to call women like dumb, but it's like, yo, how you didn't
You from
even know
Baltimore?
that?
Y'all call everybody dummy.
No, but that's a good dummy. This was like dumb. Like
Okay.
how you ain't even know that the same guy you on both of these apps, and the same guy is on both of the apps. He just used a different name, different picture, and all that. But anyway,
But she would know her husband, all right?
Yeah, but this before they got married.
Okay.
Play number one.
We met in March of 2020. Georgia got shut down, locked down 2.5 weeks later. We got married January of 2021, and we were divorced August of 2021. So keep in mind that this story is spanning March of 2020 until about June of 2021. We met online. My tire blew on my way to our first date, and he met me at a gas station, fixed my tire, then took me to go get another tire, paid for it. And I just thought, oh my God, this is the beginning of a beautiful romantic story.
By the way, their first date was at Cheesecake Factory, so she not one of them, who care about that. You know what I'm saying? So she also had said that he had fake phone calls, like he wasn't talking to nobody when he would act like he was talking, like he was faking phone calls in front of her, and why, like the whole time. Play number two.
Every morning he would get on the phone with his brother. We'll call his brother John. And he would be like, hey, babe, John said good morning. And so I would just say, hey, John, call out, hey, John. And, he would relay back and forth what I said to John, what John said to me. So he was like, I can't wait for you guys to meet her. Like, I know I'm gonna marry her. I know it. He said everything I wanted to hear. Love bombing 101. This man wrote the book. So he talked to his brother every day. He talked to his friends every day. It wasn't until he got kicked out of my house in June of 2021 that I found out every single phone call was made up. He was never on the phone.
You ain't never talked to nobody. This man ain't never had nobody on speakerphone.
How she know that though?
Nothing.
How she know it's fake?
All your favorite brands are now at Petco.
She reveals that she ended up talking to a couple of his family members that she had reached out to after she started doing some digging and investigating. But he hasn't spoke to his brother since 2015 when their mom died. He actually don't have no friends, is what she said. And then she goes on to say about the job that he lied about.
He told me when I first met him that he was a VP at his company. He was looking to buy a house. His job was VP of a major condiment company. It is fair to note he paid every bill. He gave me spending money. Truth is, he was a tip. So he would call me and he would pretend to reprimand employees who couldn't see that he had a Bluetooth thing in his ear. He would pretend to take phone calls from the company president who needed his help on something. But he was a temp. He was a temp forklift driver. There's nothing wrong with a forklift driver, but he was pretending to be a VP.
So she had got pregnant, right? And then they had a miscarriage. Now, when she went to the hospital, she called him. She had the people call him or whatever, and he acted like his assistant. And now he's a forklift driver, and he's also a temp, but he acted like he was the CEO of his own company. He answered the phone acting like the assistant, like, oh, he can't make it in right now. That's because he really couldn't leave work.
What?
The whole time, yeah.
His baby was about to be born, but he couldn't leave work.
No, the baby was gone.
Oh.
It was miscarriage. You know what I mean? So
I hear.
This is good.
Yeah.
Is this the story?
No, it's more.
Yeah,
It's
it's more.
more.
So just wait. All right. So he actually, social media users, they found the ex-husband and they revealed his identity, and he shared his own video and he addressed the story being told. Play number 4.
I'm gonna address the rumor Risa Tisa ex-wife who straight line to y'all. It's sad because it's completely false. More to the point, I haven't decided who I'm gonna talk to exactly or go on whose page or whatever. But I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know that she lied about everything. Follow her, don't follow her. That's up to you. All that stuff she said, it's complete lies.
What is going on here?
Yo, he said they went to marriage counseling and it didn't work and we broke up. He said he left her and he said, stop lying to these people before I tell them the real reason. You cheated. I caught you in the house with Bradley.
Who's Bradley?
Yeah, I don't know, yo. I don't know, but that's
this is
the
Trapped
story.
in the Closet 2024.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I hear.
No, I didn't hear nothing about no Bradley. I didn't hear that out of Bradley.
Yeah, no. You talked about the big back,
Yeah,
not
the
the
big back.
face.
Yeah, you're right,
She's
you're right.
cool.
What's your thing with big backs?
No, I'm just saying because in a situation like this, some of you big backs, y'all got to stop being so thirsty for a man. There's a man out there for you. Okay, this woman believed all of this because she wanted to believe all of this. Big back belief isn't like everybody else's belief. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, and this coming from a fellow quote unquote big back lady. Okay, he's talking about the BBWs. That's what Charlamagne is talking about. Okay. Now, he's saying that a lot of the BBW community, a lot of the women end up doing desperate stuff because they want to be in the company of a man. And he is not lying. Like, I was just talking to my sister last night about this same subject when I was speaking on, and I'm going to show you guys the video. I just let, you heard the breakdown of Risa Tisa. It was just her husband was a pathological liar and stuff like that. And she was just delusional and wanted to believe him because she just wanted a man. And I actually ended up hearing her say in one of the parts when she was like, it was about to be the shutdown due to the pandemic. And I just didn't want to be quarantined by myself. She was like, I didn't want to be by myself. And she said it just like that. Like, and I'm thinking, well, what's wrong with you where you don't want to be by yourself? What is wrong with you? What kind of issues do you actually have that you don't want to be alone? So what Charlamagne is saying about quote unquote big bag, BBW, bigger women, a lot of them do settle out of desperation. And I mean, I just think they just got to do better. Because when I heard this story and then back to back, I hear the story of the lies that he told me. That's a whole breakdown expose of a lady speaking about her situation. And I'm going to go ahead and play that one for y'all now. So I'm going to stop this share screen and I'm going to get off into that story so you guys can hear about the expose of the lies that he told me when a lady was breaking down. It wasn't 50 parts, but it's a whole... I'm not going to play all the parts, but I'm going to let y'all listen to the gist of the story. And I'm going to just stop and kind of chop it up in between because I gotta talk a little bit when it comes to playing these videos. But she's just speaking about her husband, and he was a pathological liar, lied about some real crazy stuff about having a child and some more stuff. But he actually had a drug habit as well. Listen to this young lady. Oh no, you can't hear the audio. Oh, I'm just now seeing it. Let me see. Oh my god, it's showing up playing. Oh, thank you so much, Bougie Barbie. I'm sitting here just letting it play. It ain't even playing. Girl. Oh my goodness. Okay, well I'm gonna start it all back over because you guys didn't hear it. Well, it was only going for like 2 minutes, but thank you so much to my moderator. Thank you. I didn't even realize.
I contacted a restaurant called Phil and Derek's here in Houston. My best friend at the time, remember I'm not saying anybody's government or real name or nickname or what have you. My best friend Naya was in town for her birthday. Her birthday is January 5th. And we wanted to do brunch. We wanted to do Sunday Fun Day. We had an agenda that day, but we did not have any reservations at all. So I took it upon myself that morning to contact Phil and Derek's. And when I called, a gentleman answered the phone. Thanks for calling Phil and Derek's. This is Jared. How can I help you? I said, hi, Jared. My name is Jillian. I'm trying to call to see if I can make a reservation today for a party of 5. Jared says, oh, that's impossible, Miss Jillian. We don't have any reservations, like same day reservations. I mean, it's really busy on a Sunday. I said, man, come on. It's my best friend's birthday. She's just in town until, the morning, or it was like Tuesday or something. And I said, please, you sure you can't squeeze us in anywhere? He put me on a brief hold. He came back to the phone and he said, I got you. I said, bet, my dog. I appreciate that. And he said, hey, but when you come, bring me a Powerade. I said, a Powerade? He said, yeah. I said, what color you want? He said, blue. I said, bet. All right. So I round up all the girls. It's 5 of us. Hop in the truck. We drive to Phil and Derek's. We get there, I think, around 1 o'clock. I think the reservation was for 1. We go in. Actually, we didn't go in. I hopped out at the valet. I think I was the last one to get out of the truck, but I had the blue Powerade in my hand. And I saw this man walk outside, and he was dressed as if he was a part of the staff at Phil and Derek's. And so I walk up to him and I said, are you Jared? And he says, yeah. He said, do we know each other? I said, here, your Powerade. And he was like, oh, you bought it. I said, yeah, I did. I said, I wasn't gonna forget about you. So we broke contact. I go in, we get seated at the section, we eat, we laugh, we talk, we drink. A guy, fine ass man, walked up to me that was sitting at the bar. He was telling me his life story. Hey, baby, I work in the oil and gas field. I got that bread, I got this, I got that. And I'm intrigued. I'm like, oh, okay, boo, take me out, do something with me. So Jared walks up and Jared says, hey, man.
See, that's the dude she should have talked to. The one who was sitting there at the bar talking to her. He probably would have been a better catch than the other guy that you telling the story about. Man, now I kind of understand when the gaslighting guys say she should have chose better. You should have chose better, and you wouldn't be sitting up here telling this story.
She already married. I look at my homegirls. I said, I'm married. I don't see no. I said, sir, I don't even know that man. I'm capping at this point because, of course, I just brought you a Powerade. But we was in there for a couple of hours, and so he had spotted me from the side of the room talking to a whole nother man. So he comes over and he tells him that. So we leave Phil and Derek's. We go to the address. We party. I'm in there, bottles. Just us doing what we doing, celebrating a beautiful woman and making it another year. So my best friend leaves that Tuesday, and I eventually start to have a fever. I go to the CDS Minute Clinic. I go in and I'm like, hey, I'm sick as a dog. I don't know what's going on. Y'all, what's going on? They check me. They say, well, you don't have influenza A or B. You don't have, pneumonia. They were just telling me I didn't have any of the normal stuff. But in 2020, nobody knew what the fuck COVID was. I had COVID because guess what? Naya had came in from Dubai. Most people that were catching COVID at the very beginning, they was catching it from people that was coming from out the country. So case in point, I was sick as a dog. I want to make it clear that I did not have Jared's number or any way to contact him after I left Phil and Derek's that day. We didn't exchange numbers, any of that shit. I'm gonna just put that out there. So of course, it's gonna be parts of the story that's gonna make me really look dumb. I ain't gonna lie. I done told y'all this before. This is a disclaimer. So I'm sick as a dog for a good 2 weeks. All right. One day, it fell on my heart to call Phil and Derek's again. So I called up there and I said, hey, y'all got a manager there by the name of Jared? And they say, yeah. I said, he there? They said, no, he not here. They said, is there a message that I can leave for him? I said, well, to be honest with you, I really want to leave a good review because he took care of us. He made sure that we had what we needed, yada, yada, yada. And so they said, okay, let me write your name and your number down, and I'm going to have one of the owners to call you back. So one of the owners did contact me back, like within the day. And just for this story, her name is Maria. Maria contacts me and she says, hey, I got your number and your name, and they told me that you want to make a review on one of our managers. And I said, yes, Jared was amazing. I appreciate his customer service. We from Mississippi, so we know about being hospitable, and we just wanted to thank you and to thank him for just a lovely evening, a lovely, brunch or what have you. And she said, okay, I'm gonna definitely pass the message along. Thank you so much. We ended the call. I called back up there again. Because at that point, I was trying to figure out in my mind why that man had told that man that I was married. Where he get that shit from? He knows somebody I don't know. So I called back. Up there. I said, hey, may I please speak to Jared? And the man said, hold on one second.
And I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just want to say this too, just doing commentary on the things that she's saying right now, but still in the video play. I kind of see exactly where Charlamagne coming from when he's saying a lot of the big back communities, the bigger women, they do desperate things just to try to get a man. Because I'm looking at it like he was nice to you and your friends and stuff coming from out of town, but that still was a little bit desperate. You calling back up there to his job like that, trying to holler at him. That did come across a little bit desperate. I know some people be like, well, that's the grown woman. She probably seen something she like and she going for it. I don't approach guys. I don't say nothing to guys. I don't know. I still got that old-fashioned mind frame that the man should approach a woman. That's still the mind frame I carry to this day, but I don't know. It could have been just me, but it seemed like it was a bit desperate, just a little bit. I'm sorry.
Second. Jared picked up the phone. Hello, this is Jared. I said, Jared, I don't know if you remember me, but this is Jillian, the one that brought you that Powerade 2 weeks ago. He said, yeah, man, what's up? I said, how you doing? He said, man, I'm good. We just busy, man. I said, that's cool. I'm not gonna hold you too long. I said, but I have a question for you. I said, I don't know if you remember this, but that Sunday that I came in there, a young man was speaking to me, and you walked up and you told that man that I was married. I said, now, why would you do some shit like that? I said, I was really trying to get that man number. And that's me. I'm ignorant like this. So I asked the question. I said, why would you say something like that to him? He said, well, dudes come in here all the time, and they be, on women, and women really don't be interested. So, I felt, I could come over there and kind of relieve you a little bit because I ain't really think you was feeling it, nigga. I said, oh, okay. He said, but I got to get back to what I'm doing. Is there any way that I can get your number, or I can give you my number, and then, we can talk offline? I don't really want to be on these folks' phone. I said, oh, that's cool. He gave me his number. And so we started chit-chat. We started talking. Maybe about a week later, that's when everything started to shut down here in Houston because of COVID. Now, part 2 is where it really gets going.
Okay.
Part 2 of the lies he told. So we exchanged phone numbers, and we immediately start texting. About a week later, that's when we find out that the city is on shutdown because of COVID. So our very first date, red flag number 1, because it's going to be several, just so you know, it's going to be several. First red flag, hey, if it's okay with you, I'm going to be at work all day. Is it okay if I pull up on you? We can do dinner at your house. You don't have to cook. We can order a piece of something like something like that. And I said, okay, cool. My son, the only son that I had at the time, which for this series, his name is Walker. Walker was with his dad that day, so I had the house to myself. It had to be a Wednesday or Thursday. So I ordered the pizza, and he showed up. And so we sat, we talked, and we began to start having engaging conversations about who we were to one another, such as, hi, I'm Jill. I'm from Mississippi. I have 1 kid, yada, yada, yada. All right. When you initially have a conversation with someone, you don't expect them to give you any information that's not true, right? So this is how our conversation went.
I don't just listen to people and be like, oh, they lying. They probably lying. But if somebody says something that don't sound true, I'm not going to take it where like, oh, I still believe them. Why would they lie to me? Don't ever think to yourself, why would a person lie to you? Because different people have different agendas on why they lie and why they tell certain people certain things. People have different strategies in the back of their mind. They have different things that they're trying to do when it comes to dealing with you. So a person will lie. Don't ever underestimate anybody.
Jared tells me that he was originally from Louisiana. He was born and raised in Louisiana. His grandmother, raised him. He had a daughter. He had been married before, and his ex-wife cheated on him. Ex-wife cheated on him. And she actually lives in Germany on a teaching job. He told me that he had a house with his ex-wife in Humble, Texas. He told me during this conversation, this is our very first initial conversation over pizza. He told me that his mother was a physician. He told me that his mother had him at such a young age that, of course, his grandmother had to raise him. Of course, it's believable. Of course. He told me that he went to culinary art school at the Arts Institute. He stated that he had 3 vehicles, that his credit score was amazingly high. And he also told me that his lease was about to be up at his apartment and he was getting ready to move out. And one last thing that he told me is that he used to play football. Not arena football, but he used to play football in high school. Okay. Also, in addition to going to the Arts Institute for Culinary Arts, he also said that he graduated from U of H, which is University of Houston, with a degree in hotel management. I believe he said hotel management. By him being in the restaurant business, I definitely believe that. Okay. As the time goes on, as the parts come, as they start to move, I'll be exposing most of it. And if I remember other things, I'll make sure to let you know. So, like I said before, this was our initial conversation with one another. I told him, I said, wow, that is impressive. That's a lot. He also told me that he had, money in his savings and stuff. He's a great saver. He knows he's financially stable, things of that nature. Okay. I said, okay, cool. No problem. That's awesome. I said, so the 3 cars, where are the 3 cars at? I mean, I've only seen you in the Camaro. And he was like, yeah, I keep those other 2 at my mom's crib because, I live in an apartment complex. So, I don't want to have all my cars over there. Okay, man, that's understandable. I got you. I said 3 cars. That's crazy. All right. So the night goes on. I'm not going to sit here and cap one night. If you follow me, you follow me. That was a one night. And that man never left my house. He went to work. He would come back the next day. He went to work. He would come back the next day. So during the time when I met him, he was driving a Camaro. One night, he picked me up from Prospect Park. I got an Uber there. He got off of work at Phil and Derek's, and then he came and scooped me up. I noticed on that night that he had a pink tag on his Camaro, and there was a name on the back, and the name said Cece. So that was weird to me because his name was Jared. So we go home, and I didn't bring it up or anything. So as time goes by, we basically shacking. But let me be clear. The first week that he started living with me, he was paying my bills. He paid my rent. He was buying groceries. He was doing for my son at the time. He was most definitely paying my household bills. And I was pocketing all my money. Most definitely was. So one day he comes home and now he's in a Nissan Altima. And I said, what happened to the Camaro? He said, I'm letting it sit for a minute. I need to get some tires on it or what have you. I keep spinning out trying to come home. So, I'm gonna just let it sit. So now, I'm gonna drive the Nissan. I said, okay, cool. I remember you saying you had a couple cars. I said, so what a Camaro at? He said, oh, I got to sit over at my mom's crib. I said, okay, cool. He said, so I really would like for you to meet my daughter. Now, he told me on one of our initial conversations that he goes and he sits at the grandmother's stop sign to get his daughter from school every day because her mother cannot do so. I said, wow, you pick up your kid every day? Like from the bus? He said, yeah, she's out there in Humble. So I drive out there to Humble, make sure she gets off the bus fine and everything. And then sometimes, I go and take her to get something to eat and then I just run her back to her mom's. But she's going to school in her grandmother's district. It never dawned on me to ask him why the grandmama can't get her off the bus. Never dawned on me. So I said, okay, cool. And so I noticed that he worked extremely long hours. And when I mean extremely long hours, I mean, he would sometimes leave at 6 a.m. and he wouldn't be back till like 2 a.m. the next morning. When Phil and Derek's, they stay open until about 2, but he would say, no, we got inventory, babe. We doing this, we doing that. So of course, when you're in a restaurant business, I know, they have long hours. I do know that. So I ain't knock him. I ain't asked too many questions at the beginning because I was like, surely he working. He paying these bills. He working. I ain't worried about it. That's why I fucked up. I didn't ask shit. And I'm going to tell you now.
Yes. Why would you not ask nothing? Why would you not ask nothing? But I'm going to tell you why. Let me tell you why these women, especially the bigger women, why they don't ask a lot of questions. Why a lot of women don't ask questions, period. Like, I don't care what side you is. A lot of women don't ask questions because they constantly listen to men gaslight them and say, these women nag too much. They talk too much. They ask too many questions. And that's what make these women not ask the man questions. That's why I can't. I'm sorry. I'm in a state where in my life my tolerance, my what do you call it? Just yeah, my tolerance is very very low. I can't tolerate BS, and when I hear BS, I'm gonna question it. If you get upset with me asking you questions, you don't need to be in my life. Because if you have a question or you want to know something about me, I'm gonna tell you. I'm not gonna get as upset and say, "Why you asking me all these questions?" Like if a guy is trying to get with you or a girl trying to get with you or whatever, and you think they gave you the wrong name, like why are you lying about your name for? What is it that you're trying to hide? Why are you lying about your name? Why do you have these dummy looking profiles on Facebook or Instagram? What are you trying to hide? If I ask you a question and you get upset, I'm not going to deal with you, period. But like Charlemagne the guy said, and everybody got mad at him when he said, this is big back behavior. This simply is big back behavior 101. Between this young lady and the who the F did I marry, that delusional lady, this is big back behavior. Y'all be desperate for a man and y'all don't want to ask any questions and y'all let these men gaslight you and you sit back and be a damn fool. Like I remember I posted a post on Facebook before and I said once women start choosing better, they're not going to choose a lot of these men out here. And a lot of guys got up under that comment section and said that will never happen. And they not lying because it will never happen because it's always going to be a delusional, desperate woman just wanting a man. And that's why y'all always going to get what you get because you desperate and you choose to be delusional. I heard an older woman tell me one time, God ain't made no stupid woman. Y'all choose to be stupid, dog. I'm going to just play her a little bit and I'm going to get off into my topic. I'm going to play her just for a hot little second because listening to this stuff be really making me mad. I can't just sit and listen to BS for too long without getting upset.
When I get to part 3, you'll start to see the lies he told. Part 3, the lies he told. So one day I said, babe, since you're going to pick your daughter up, how about you bring her back to the house and we go get something to eat? I got Walker. Let's just go and get something to eat. He said, okay, let me hit her mom up. Let me make sure that's cool. I'm going to let you know something. So he calls me back about an hour later. He was like, babe, I'm bringing Cece. Cool. So he brings Cece to my townhouse at the time. And I say, all right, let's go to Toro, hibachi spot around the corner because my baby love hibachi, right? So Walker is excited to see this baby. However, Cece is very quiet. She's very weird. And I hate to say this about a 7-year-old baby, but I know children and I know when children are fearful. And this baby was scared. So I said, babe, does she talk? Like, is she okay? And he was like, yeah, babe, she just quiet. She quiet like a daddy. I said, okay. Okay. I said, that makes sense. So I said, baby, get whatever you want. I'm gonna pay for it. Get whatever you want. Now, at this point in time, I did not know what I know now. So I'm embracing this baby because I'm like, you know what? If I'm gonna be with this man and we, having talks, because at this point we was having talks about family. I said, I love kids. I'm accepting of her. Hell, in my mind, I'm trying to figure out what size this baby wear in clothes. That's just the woman I am. So we all eating. I noticed that she not eating. I said, what's wrong with her? And why did she get steamed rice? And all of us got fried rice. He was like, she don't like fried rice. She don't like fried rice. She don't like a lot of stuff. I said, okay, so she picky. That's cool. We go and we take her to an apartment over by the mall. I never forget it. And we drop her off. The next morning, that nigga wake up in a rage. I'm in the bathroom. I didn't know what was going on. So I come out and I say, babe, what's wrong? You good? I'm thinking there's something going on at the job. He in a hurry. He putting on clothes. I said, babe, what's wrong? He said, man, her mama come texting me talking about, I lied to her talking about it was just gonna be me and her going out to eat last night, and she went home and told her mama that I was out to eat with you and your son, and that's the whole thing, and now she won't even let me see my daughter no fucking more. Man, I'm so tired of this shit. He throwing shit, and I said, man, wait a minute, hold on. I said, now, woman, I can holler at her for like for you. I can, talk to her because maybe she is disrespected. She ain't met me yet. Don't bring nobody around my motherfucking baby if I don't know you, And so he said, no, baby, that's bullshit. That bullshit. He going in. I said, okay. I said, I'm gonna let you handle it. I said, but you got rights to your baby, right? Like you able to see your baby because you told me you was on child support. Yeah, man, I'm on child support. I said, okay. Matter of fact, every time I look like that, just know it's something behind it when I look like that. I said, okay, well, child support order, you get visitation rights. She can't deny you your baby, man. I said, and, I understand that you're still trying to get this baby your last name or whatever because of how the situation went down. Let me explain to you how he told me the situation went down of him finding out that Cece was his baby. He used to work at Buffalo Wild Wings for 12 years. That man said that a woman started working at Buffalo Wild Wings and she and him had a thing. She ended up getting pregnant, but he didn't know that she got pregnant because she left Buffalo Wild Wings before she got pregnant. Obviously, they had a one night stand. And he said 4 years later, she walks into Buffalo Wild Wings with his daughter and said, meet your daughter. This is your daughter. He claimed that they went and got swabbed, got a DNA test, and it was his baby. He said he is still working to get the baby last name, his last name. But right now, she got her mama's last name. Okay, cool. Now, before I met this baby, I said, let me see a picture of it. He showed me a picture of it. I said, oh my God, she mixed. Damn. I said, okay, what she mixed with? He said, she mixed with Mexican. I said, okay. I said, show me a picture of her mama. He showed me a picture of the mother. But it's always a naiveness to their madness because when he showed me her page, it was her Facebook page. And I always remember names. I'm going to remember names, numbers, street numbers, all this shit. I'm going to remember all of that. So I remembered her name. So by this time, I said, okay, well, let me know if there's anything that I can do to help you. Let me know. Another thing about Jared is he never wanted me to meet his family. He would always say, my mama work all the time. She ain't never, ever.
Whenever a man don't want you to meet their family, that's a sure telltale sign. That's a sure telltale sign. I'm not gonna play too much more of this situation because at the end of the day, I'm gonna sum this all up with the daughter. The daughter turned out it's not even his daughter. That's some girl that he talked to, and then some other girl came out to be a so-called stalker. He was sending that girl money. He was dealing with another girl, and then he she ended up having the baby by him. He really didn't even never try to bond with the baby. When she was in the labor room delivering the baby, he was down there at the end, like watching the baby come out and not everything. Y'all know how it is when the person give birth. So he's down there at the end watching the baby about to come out and ended up telling her in the hospital that it was disgusting sitting there watching her give birth and he's seen the insides of her and he don't look at her the same. I mean, it was just a lot of BS. And then after she went through all of this stuff, she married him. It's like after both of these stories here, after both of the girls seen numerous red flags, they still ended up marrying these guys after the numerous red flags that they seen. So for the girl to title it "The Lies He Told," like he was lying to you. You said it yourself. You never really even questioned anything. It's like a lot of them women like to get lied to. And then the other girl asking, who the F did I marry? Girl, you know who you married because you got 50 parts of the long series. Each series like a good 9-10 minutes long. You didn't even marry him until part 15 or 17. It was one of them. But girl, this stuff is just a whole mess. And I don't feel sorry. I don't feel sorry for neither one of these females. I'm sorry. Just being honest. I don't feel sorry for them. Let me tell you what they're afraid of, though. What a gaslighting comes in at. They're afraid to be by themselves, to sum it all up. I'm going to share this, and I'm going to let you guys listen to this right here. Let me make sure I'm sharing the right thing. I'm gonna share this instead. Okay, so I'm sure you all probably heard about the situation of the man that was living in the storage unit, and his video ended up going viral, and he ended up getting kicked out of the storage unit. So this is this young man, and this is another, like Charlamagne the guy said, this is another big back situation here. Let me make sure I'm sharing. All right, so I hope you all can see that. I hope you guys can see that. Okay, I'm gonna play this so you guys can hear the situation about this man who had him and his girlfriend living in a storage unit. And then you hear stories about how when a guy dates outside of his race, he usually becomes a better man. In this case, this is not the situation. I actually seen another YouTuber, I think it was yesterday, she ended up making a she made a video saying most of the white women, they come along and take all the good black men from the black women. So a lot of the black women are only left with Pookies and Ray Rays. It looked like they forgot to pick up this Pookie / Ray Ray right here. You guys listen to this. And this is fair use. Okay. Oh yeah. Shout out to Tasha K. I think she the one who had posted this. Yeah, I feel you. Hold on, let me see what Bougie said, what Barbie said. Okay, she said, I still feel a little sorry for them. I know people think that they were desperate, but still they didn't deserve the Dusty. Hold on, let me see. I got this book. Yeah, that they didn't deserve the BS that they got. They didn't like deserve it. But one thing about it, I think it kind of boils down to, okay, they didn't deserve that Dusty dude to take advantage of them. I think what it is that whenever us as people feel desperate for something, the person that you're dealing with know that you're desperate for it. And that's how they acknowledge and know the power that they hold over you. So they know in their mind, because you are desperate, they know they can treat you a certain type of way, and you're gonna deal with it because all you want is a person in your life. That's all you want is a warm body laying or sitting next to you. And it's just whenever we carry ourselves in a desperate way, it makes people treat you certain types of ways. So I think us as people got to take our power back so we won't be put in a position to get taken advantage of by like stopping the desperation. Get to know yourself, love yourself, go on a walk in the park by yourself, go on a vacation by yourself, take yourself on a date, love you, love yourself, realize how awesome you are and how good of a person you are. And then you will set yourself in a position where you will never let another person, another man, nor another woman take advantage of you. Let me tell you this, and I'm gonna get off of this and I'm gonna come right back to the man living in a storage room. And I want to show y'all this, okay? This right here, this picture that I'm about to show you, this is what a lot of women are scared of. And the reason that they're scared of it, because they allow men to gaslight them into saying you're going to die alone. Oh, you're gonna die alone. Nobody's gonna want you. Bougie Barbie said, you might be right. Look at Bougie. I swayed you over their face. Barbie, you are so silly. That's why you my girl. I swear to God. Katie, you might be right. But take a look at this picture. From the gaslighting that a lot of the red pill community, the red pill manosphere community, This is what they got women scared of. This is why these women are going through what they going through because of pictures like this. Look at this. Shaking my effing head. All that ish you was talking about the black man. I hope you got the peace of mind you were looking for. So take a look at this picture. They got a picture of, and this is just a replica of the AI that they made of the lonely black man sitting there with the dog and stuff. So this says, yeah, in a couple of more years, y'all are gonna be looking like this. You know, the woman got a lot of cats around her. She got some soup and she eats some soup, and she just looking just beat down and worried, and she just looking worried. And it's like, yeah, this gonna be a lot of y'all. And look on the TV, she listening to Cynthia G back there, talking about how the dusty black man ain't ish and all that. I would rather end up like this woman like this than to be like them. Before I'm like these other women that's talking about the lies he told and all that, I would rather be like this woman right here with the cold suit, the big gray hair. But look, she got a head full of hair, and they got the cats around her. Shoot, I got one cat. I just need 2 more cats. What, 3 more? What is it, about 4? Dang, it's about 4 cats behind her. She got 4 of them. Look at I just need to get 3 more cats, and I'm gonna be like this woman in the picture. But if you notice, her hair ain't fell out from stress from dealing with that Dusty Pookie and Ray Ray. She's sitting, and at least she eating, and she's inside of a house. She hasn't went homeless because she ain't got some dusty guy talking about, hey, let me get your taxes. I'm gonna invest them and flip them. Y'all end up losing y'all goddamn apartment because Pookie and Ray Ray was about to flip your taxes. Then end up like this woman having to live out a damn storage unit. I'd rather be like that woman sitting up in that house with all them cats than to be like this big back lady sitting on this damn bed. Now take a look at the lady sitting on the bed with the big back, like Charlamagne was saying. Big back behavior. That's what we talking about. Big back behavior. I need to do a whole series on big back behavior, like real talk. Because I be so stuck in between when it comes to doing certain topics and stuff like that. Because I feel like whatever I get on YouTube and talk about, I'm not going to talk about any and everything because it's trending. I'm going to talk about something I can reside with, and something I can feel like at the end might bring some change to people's mindset or their thought or how they think about certain things. You know, whether it changes your mind or not, it at least make you think a little bit. But when it comes to certain topics, I just don't see no ending. Like, I don't see no ending result in talking about a Christian rocking the blue face. I don't see no good ending result or any type of good topics I can end on talking about Miss Netta and talking about Charles. Your lunch is ready. Charles, your lunch is ready. I only cook for you. Look, Bougie Barbie says she still got all her hair and I love cats. Okay, thank you. That's what I'm saying. And at least she has her cats are loyal. Yeah, I know that's right. At least she got all her hair and she's not sitting in this hotel room like this lady here. Listen to what this fool is talking about. Listen to him.
I'm not getting no job. I've had jobs in the past, and them jobs I've got fired at like 90% of those jobs. It's not for me. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm self-made. So is she. And we're not going to college. We're not doing none of that. Yo, we're not doing that.
And look at the look on her face. This is the look of a woman who probably got cut out of the wheel. I can guarantee you her family took her out of the wheel. She's out of the will of testament. Don't even show up. Don't show up when your people pass away because this is embarrassing. You sitting in a whole hotel room, y'all just got put out of a storage room. Okay? You got put out of a storage room with your Pookie / Ray Ray. So whenever you black women out there, don't let no black man gaslight you about going over here to the white woman, because this is the position that they have these white women in. Sitting on a bed talking about he will never get a job. He's sitting around talking about he will never get a job. And she's sitting there turned around, looked like she damn near wanted to cry, like, now Tyrone, you know you need a job. That's the only way we're gonna get out this hotel room. I should have listened to Boom Quisha when she said you want ish. When she said you want ish, she should have listened. But I was feeling like I was having to one up on the black girls, because the only reason that the white women come over to you because they've been discarded by the white man, because he has a whole lot of standards that the black men don't have. And y'all sit up and gaslight them black women, and you talk about how they're not submissive and they're not fit and friendly. Well, damn it, I'm not fit either. I'm fat as hell, and I got a big back, and I'm overweight too. And then you try to make these black women jealous of us white girls, but when you're behind closed doors, all y'all do is talk about the black girls. And you say my vagina looks like raw chicken, okay? Y'all say their vagina look like raw chicken. And y'all say y'all hate them black women, but you really love them. Every time I turn your podcast on, Tyrone, you're talking about them, and I get tired of it. And you make me feel like I have to compete with these women, and I can't compete where I don't compare. She cannot compete where she don't compare. So she's ended up in the hotel room with sitting on the bed at a Motel 6 that one of his followers felt sorry for us and paid for, because we got put out of freaking storage because you want to go viral because you don't want to get a job and you think TikTok is going to pay for all this. I'm sick of this shit, Tyrone. Oh, shit.
Unconventional. We getting money our way. Self-made. What don't y'all get? We not getting a job. I've had a job, and I got fired from my job to do this. I was working at a job, so y'all can get out of here with that.
You got fired from your job so you can sit in a hotel. She looked like she gonna cry once the camera stopped.
Talking about something, get a job. I had a job. I hate working at jobs, but I worked a job because that's what I had to do. Bite the bullet to get ahead. Get a job and everything will be okay. Yes, that's what my mom and dad would say. Job, 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 job. We want to make a video on how we too smart for that. We too smart for that. Homeless and smart. We too smart for that shit. Job, man. Get the fuck out of here. Mm-hmm. Y'all getting me crazy. Y'all driving me crazy with that JOB stuff. You know, my family hit me up and said, I'm a punk. I need to get a job. Man, fuck all that. Job, dog. Talking about a job. I'm not getting no job. I've had jobs in the past, and them jobs, I've got fired at like 90% of those jobs. It's not for me. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm self-made. So is she. And we're not going to college. We're not doing none of that.
The kings of 50-50, the kings of entrepreneurship. I'm not going to get a job. Come on. These guys are just the king of everything degenerate. Don't ever let these guys gaslight you. And I'm not talking about all men. So don't nobody come along talking about, oh, you're talking about black. No, I'm talking about black men like this. I'm not talking about all, not all. Y'all know whatever shoe fit, put it on. If it don't fit, then don't you dare put it on. You know the man I'm talking about. So to sum this all up, to wrap it all up, because I don't want to run it too long for the people that's coming to watch the playback. It ain't nothing wrong with being by yourself. It ain't nothing wrong with being like this woman right here with all the cats. I want to be like the woman with the cats, baby. This woman is stress-free. The AI picture made it look like she depressed, but this woman, this is the happiest this woman probably ever been. She probably a widow. And the reason she probably looking tired because the husband who drained all of her life force energy out for years on end, he just passed away. And now this woman is finally able to be peaceful. right there at the end, she's able to be peaceful. She got all her edges. This woman got a big, beautiful afro. She got all her edges, hair thick and full. Her cats look healthy. She look healthy. And she listening to Cynthia G give her the game on staying away from Dusties. Because yes, Dusties and Rusties and Crusties, they run in all ages, all shapes, ranges, ages, tall, short, different races and everything. Don't think just because you go into a different race that you're gonna get a better man. That Dusty can come in any color. Just love yourself. Be content by yourself. Take yourself on a trip. Take yourself on a cruise. Then take yourself on a date. Go to Applebee's. Ain't nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory. Take yourself to the Cheesecake Factory. Just go out and have some fun and enjoy yourself and love yourself. You don't have to get out here and deal with a bunch of mess just to say, I got a man. Y'all be letting people gaslight you. Y'all let these guys gaslight you and say, you're going to die alone. Y'all let women gaslight y'all and be like, girl, you need to get a husband. Girl, I got me a husband. My husband this and my husband that. And that girl be at home going through all of the bullshit. Her husband be telling her, you ain't good enough. You ain't pretty enough. My coworker prettier than you. Yes, her husband can do that kind of stuff because she motivates her husband so he can do this and this and that for her. Y'all let these guys like you, y'all let these women in raggedy marriages make you jealous and you run out and get any type of dusty just to say you have a man. This lady in the picture, it's goals. This goes. Y'all sit there and listen to different people, watch these people on the internet and their marriages and relationships, and y'all be sitting up talking about goals, and then what, a month later, oh, they're getting a divorce. Man, ain't none of these people goals. Ain't none of these people no goals. But I just want to sum up this story and say it's nothing wrong with being by yourself. Be by yourself, love yourself. And I will most definitely be back today because I'm off work and I am chilling and relaxing. And I'm going to be back with another one, probably a part 2 of this one. And I'm probably coming with a whole different one. So if you guys have not subscribed, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned, hit the notification bell so you will be alarmed every time I go live. And I'm signing out. Katie Talk.